It's now time to talk some entertainment here on Joy News on Multi TV. It is Let's Talk Showbiz, and today we'll be talking about vigilantism. Rex Omar has been talking more on that. And also, Eno, the rapper, we've always known her as a rapper, but she says her parents actually wanted her to be a gospel musician. And then we'll get more details on award-winning artist that's Rocky the Winner's upcoming concert, which will take place this weekend. This and many more here on the show. My name is Doreen Avio. Now, if you just tuned in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and yes, it's quite some way, but we're going to talk about it. So, the chairman of the Ghana Music Rights Owners, that's GAMRO, Rex Omar, has recently asked government to actually stay focused on developing the country rather than playing the blame game as to who introduced vigilantism. He's also of the opinion that every time there's some form of destabilization, actually affects the creative arts industry. And I guess he's not too happy about it, and it was just time for him to talk about it.
I mean, any country, when there's destabilization, the first industry that suffers is the creative industry. So it is incumbent on our political leaders to make sure that this vigilantism or militia or whatever it is, you see, it's not about time that we blame who started it or who started. That thing is there. It is clear. It's clear in our eyes. So let's stop it once and for all. Because at the end of the day, if you create this monster that you can't control, who are you going to rule anyway? So they should stop this MPP, NDC, football, and then let's deal with the issue, and then get rid of these things so that we can move on as a country.
Right, so that was Rex Omar on that. I don't know where this whole thing with vigilantism is heading, but we're hoping that whatever it is, government will be able to sort it out. And then moving on, Eno, the rapper, we all know her as a rapper. Eno Baroni now, that's how we actually call her. You know, when you talk of female rappers in the industry, I mean, her name obviously stands out. Then we have the likes of Frida Rhymes. We have quite a couple of them, not much of them. And Eno already is saying that she thinks that the industry is not being fair to female rappers. But there's one thing you did not know about her. Do you know she also sings? Now, she says growing up, her father has always wanted her to do gospel music, but she decided to do rap music.
Why rapping? What informed rap, first of all?
I'm a good singer, you know, like I
really?
sing, yeah.
Never heard you.
He knows. I'm a very good singer. I rap too, and I rap best. And why should I like join the crowd whilst I can stand out?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the singers, they can try doing the rap, but they can't do it better than I do. And I mean, that is me, so I just have to do it. Yeah.
How did it all start? Let's get to know it better.
Music itself started with like where I'm coming from. Like my mom, my dad, they all love music. My father writes music. My mom writes too. But my mom sings, you know. So I was singing in church. And then, yeah, I still sing in church.
Which church?
God's Our Ministry. I'm serious.
Okay.
Yeah, and in school, I used to sing in school choir and all that. So it was secondary school, I think rap started. By then it was Abewanana, Miss Bell, Triple M. So I just loved them, but I didn't really have the opportunity to be listening to them like that. So secondary school, when I was like exposed to entertainment and all that. And I had a lot of rappers in my school. But I was that shy type, so, you know, I write it and then I just rehearse on my own and rap to myself. I don't let anybody see it. So people say that a lot, but I don't want to accept that, because what you accept is what actually goes with you. Yeah, like where I was yesterday is not where I am today, and the things that I've been able to achieve, most of the men who rap haven't achieved that kind of level. So, I mean, it takes a long time for Ghanaians, not just Ghanaians, for people to accept things that are new to them. Let's say hip-hop itself wasn't our culture, but the guys did it and they got to where they are. So girls doing hip-hop like I do is something not old. Like, they are used to females doing the singing. So I know it's going to be hard, but I don't have to give up because people are not really, really, really looking my way. Because I've got fans out there who learn my songs back to back. And even if it's not anything, I'm actually paving the way for, younger female rappers as well. So for me, I don't want to accept that thing that people say, like, I'm underrated and what's not. I don't want to accept that.
Has it ever occurred to you to...
Right, so that was Eno on that one there. Just a little revelation for you. So yeah, she can actually do some singing. It could be gospel anyway. And now moving on, award-winning artist, that's Rocky Dawuni, is set to take us to that journey of getting to hear more and actually appreciate his newest album. That's Beats of Zion. The album is actually out there. We've been talking so much about it, and he's been talking about the importance of the album, how Ghanaian it is, and of course how he is set to launch it this weekend at Plus 233 Bar and Grill.
Something happening this weekend. I don't know what. I know you don't know what. But the person who is in charge of what's happening this weekend, the only thing happening this weekend, the only music show happening this weekend is something that this person is about to talk about. Legendary Rocky Dawuni is right here. Hello to you.
How are you doing? Yeah. It's gonna be such an amazing, Saturday. This Saturday at 7 p.m. Plus 233 in Accra. I'm gonna do a live launch. That means I'm gonna perform a lot of songs from the new album Beats of Zion. That is really currently just garnering so much attention around the world. So, my people here will have the opportunity to really see, a concert of mine, an intimate venue. And, so everybody who's listening should know that, nothing else is happening this weekend. Plus 233 is the place to be, yeah.
What are we expecting? Are we supposed to pay something little to come around? Or is it just free drinks? What exactly?
It's 60 Ghana cities at the gate. And, Club 23 is very limited seating. So, anybody who's listening who wants to make sure they get there, you got to get your tickets and you got to get there early. There's going to be some special guests, who are going to show up, and jump with me on certain songs. And I think people have heard, from Chenchem Bie Dimewu to Wickedest Sound to Beats of Zion, and the opportunity to experience these classic songs that are garnering so much attention right now, for the first time actually played live. So this is going to be an exclusive thing. Beyond that, it will be the second time. Beyond that, I'm going to play it on global stages, and it's going to be the third or fourth or fifth time. But this is the first time you're going to experience, some of these major songs on this album live. Yes.
Well, I saw something on I think Twitter, Kaboom Twitter, the picture of yourself. You guys met after the whole brouhaha about you taking his father's song and all that. How was the meeting like?
Oh, the meeting was cordial. I had spoken to him earlier, and I've reached out for the family, explained to them how things are set up, that, you can be able to have a license, through certain organizations. I mean, it's not, Chinchibiyedmu is not the only song, even on the album, that was a remake, even Sunshine Day was a remake on the album. And so, that is Harry Fox Agency. You get that all set up, So I was able to explain it to them and then show them, and then now, to help how they can also be able to set up their system to make sure that what is due them is due them, and, meeting them, having a conversation and then meeting the family and everybody knows that, it comes from a position of gratitude for the contribution of his father to high life music in Ghana. And I also did that song as a means not only honoring his father's name, but also honoring our tradition of high life music as represented on my new album, you know. So it's a very positive thing, and it came from a genuine place, and I'm happy that right now the family, you know, has seen it and understood that I, from the onset, did everything according to what was right.
What is so special about this particular album, Beats of Zion?
Well, what is special about this album is that this album, although it's global in nature, it's also very Ghanaian. Very Ghanaian, not in terms of tradition, but also what we have going on right now. The people who are also at a certain sources of new sound that is emerging out of here. You can't talk of Ghanaian hip-hop without mentioning Sarkodie, you know, and you cannot talk about Ghanaian dancehall without mentioning Stonebwoy, you know. So their presence on the album for me, it's not that they are the only people, but for the purposes of the songs that I worked, they were the ones that I felt were ideal for that too. And then you cannot talk about Afro-pop music without mentioning Wiyala, you know. So the two songs too that are on the album, I was also wanted, apart from showing the new emerging artists and having them collaborate with me too, I also wanted to show the traditional styles of music too that, and you know, that defines Ghana. First of all, we have the high life music, and high life music, Chechen Biedimewu represented the high life music, and then Sunshine Day remake with Wiyala also represented when Ghanaian music too was pushed outside globally, and that's Osibisa. So this album is very Ghanaian. It's a biggest expanse, you know, and I think that everybody around the world is really resonating as to this diversity of styles and also the maturity in the songwriting and the features, you know, the artists who featured, everyone brought their A game, everyone sounds incredible, and I think that this album is going to be a watershed album in terms of Ghanaian music and its outreach to the world.
Right, so that was Rocky Dawuni in an interview with my colleague Becky. And just before we wrap up, just to let you know, 3 Music Awards is also gearing up seriously for the 30th of March. But prior to that, actually, there's going to be a board and academy voting this weekend. We have the likes of myself and quite a number of people in the industry, and we are looking forward to the voting. And then next week, we can all prepare for the main event at the Fantasy Dome on the 30th of March. And well, it's a wrap on Let's Talk Showbiz. My name is Doreen Avio. Do have a wonderful evening.
Ponchilo danzana watu masia Yimi donyi nati achewo mingwa mido Yawasami yenyi na mayama wo Odo unsamido Mingwa mide Odo she Odo she Odo she Mensayo, Oda she, Oda she, Oda she, Minchimyo, Wame whom I didn't be a cyber saw Denny. Yena Mayana Suaya or Dofo. Ah, Wafamisa Pofunu, and Ojo Mia. Ah, Wafamiti Tinto. And I'll take me, I'll miss you.